Bernoulli distribution. So what is Bernoulli distribution? So this is one of the most common PMFs. Okay, this is used to model success and failures into probabilities. Okay, for example, heads and tails. If we have a fair coin, so we can model the probability of getting a head and tail into half and half, 0.5 and 0.5. Similarly, we can have some tests, okay, that we run in our software systems. So the probability of the test to pass or fail, again, that can be modeled as a Bernoulli distribution, and then we can use the properties of Bernoulli distribution to analyze those random experiments in more detail. Okay, so let me write it down. What is it? It is used for binary variables, means binary values. When a variable hold binary values, that is only two values, success and failure, then we use what is called Bernoulli distribution. Okay, so it models binary output. Okay, and those outputs are success and failure. So the probability of success is measured as P, and if it's binary, then we know that, and we know that the summation of PMF is equal to 1, all the PMF values. So if this is P, then this will be 1 minus P. So this is how we model our real world problem into probabilities. Okay, and then we use the properties of this. So what is the PMF? How is the PMF given for this? So we know that PMF is sum of all the probabilities. So this is summed up into a very beautiful formula using a mathematical trick. So the PMF of a Bernoulli is given by probability of x equal to x. Okay, what will be the value is given by p to the power x by into 1 minus p into 1 minus x. Okay, where what is the values, where p is equal to success or probability of success, often modeled as 1, and 1 minus p is equal to probability of the remaining probability. Either it will be a success or a failure, because there are only two possible outcomes. This is modeled as 0. So using this formula, we can compute, okay, the PMF at any given value. Generally, what are the examples that I mentioned? I'll write it down. For example, toss a coin. First example would be toss a coin, and if it's a fair coin, then you will get a head or a tail with half probability. Similarly, if we are doing like a test, so in the test you will either pass or fail. Even this can be modeled as a Bernoulli trial. Sometimes it's also called Bernoulli trial. Okay, and it has been studied widely, and its mean, if we find the mean, right, the mean is given by P, and the variance is given by P into 1 minus P. Okay, these are mathematically computed. So this is a very simple PMF, okay, that is used to capture or model a binary output, success and failure. Okay, so once this is done, let's move to the second one, which is a generalization of Bernoulli trial or Bernoulli distribution, and it's called binomial distribution. Binomial, so it has two words, binomial, bi and nomial. Bi means again it is for binary output, but here you saw in Bernoulli we were tossing just a coin once. What if we toss a coin n times? Okay, and we want to find out how many times do I get a heads. Okay, if that's our problem, then for here n was equal to 1. Now if you want to toss the coin more than 1 times and find out how many times do I get a heads, this is a problem. Then we use what is called binomial distribution. So bi here is for 2 that is 2 are the possible outcomes. Nomial is for the number, that we are doing it number of times. So this is why it is binomial distribution. So we do it like this extend the Bernoulli, and it is defined by, it is modeling for, okay, this is used to model number of successes in n independent Bernoulli trials. This is like a kind of formal definition. So this is parameterized by 2 variables. So parameters here are, earlier there was only one parameter p. If you see here, only one parameter was there. I'll use a different color, that is probability, and the remaining was 1 minus p. Here we have 2 more parameters. What are the parameters here? So here we have n, that is number of times, okay, number of independent trials, number of times we toss a coin, number of independent trials. So the assumption is all the trials are independent, as a like tossing a coin. We have studied that, right? It's independent. The first head doesn't impact the outcome of the second head, and so on. So n is the number of independent trials, and then k is a variable that is used to capture probability, the number of successes that we want in these n trials, okay, and p as usual is the probability of success. So how will the PMF come to be? So for now, for this, the PMF is given by PMF is equal to P for number of successes, X is equal to K. If you want out of N, I want K successes, then what will be the formula? So this will be N choose K into, it's a generic form, P to the power K, then 1 minus P. So we have success K times, and in the remaining times we have failure. This is read like this. So number of combinations that we can get the successes, okay, the expected success, that is N choose K. Out of N, I want K times to be success. So how many times we can, how many combinations are possible? This is that parameter, and then we have the probability of success, and we want it to be K times. So we multiply it to the power K times, and then this is the probability of failure, 1 minus P. In the remaining times it will be failing. So we multiply all of these together to get the final probability. So this is our formula for the Bernoulli trial, and this binomial distribution, and this binomial distribution becomes Bernoulli when we have n is equal to 1. So in this, so if you write NCK is also written as, so this NCK is equal to, it's also written like this, N and K sometimes, okay. This is number of ways, this number of ways to achieve K successes in n trials, okay. For example, as I mentioned, for example, number of heads in n tosses. So let's do a simple problem to understand this. For example, if I want to find the question is, what is the probability of getting 2 heads in 3 coin tosses? Okay, what is the probability of getting 2 heads in 3 coin tosses? What is the probability? So first of all, let's define our omega. Omega would be all the combinations, so there will be a lot of combinations for 3 coins, but this will be equal to 2 to the power, total count would be 2 to the power 3. For 1 coin we get 2, then it will be like, it will 2 into 2 into 2. So this is our total possible outcomes, okay. So we have 8 outcomes. Out of that, how many outcomes, what is our expected, what do we want to happen, okay. So that would be 2 heads. So how would we get 2 heads? So we will get either head head tail, or head tail head, these are three tosses, or tail, head, head. These are the only ways. In 3 tosses, you can get 2 heads here in first and second, or first and last, or second and third. So these are the only 3 ways. So what is our total probability here? So the desired probability of 2 heads, probability of 2 heads in 3 tosses is equal to, this is equal to 3, total is 8, so this is 3 by 8. Okay, so this is a very simple way to do, but we can solve the same problem using binomial also. Using the formula directly we can put in here. So what does the binomial formula say? That probability of x is equal to k, that is number of successes. If we say that head is a success, it is equal to n choose k into probability of success to the power k, and probability of success failure to the power remaining times n minus k. So what is our n here? N is equal to 3, k is equal to 2, and p is equal to 0.5. Let's put all these values here, and what will be the final thing? So our probability x is equal to 2 would be equal to 3c2. What is 3c2? nck is equal to n factorial by k factorial into n minus k factorial. This is what it is. So here our, what will be 3c2? 3c2 is equal to 3 factorial by 2 factorial into 1 factorial. This goes, this is equal to 3. So 3c2 is 3 into p is 0.5 to the power 2 into 1 minus 0.5 is again 0.5 to the power 3 minus 2 n minus k. So this is 3 into 0.5 square is 0.25 into 0.5 power, this is equal to 1, 0.5. This is equal to 3 into 0.125. 0.25 into 0.5 is 0.125. This is equal to 0.375. Okay, this is our final answer, 0.375. Let's compute what is 3 by 8. 3 by 8 also will give you, 3 by 8 is also equal to 0.375. Okay, so now you see that these two values are same. So this is how we can solve the same problem using binomial distributions PMF. So this is a very simple problem, so that you can validate whatever theory we have learned. I'll give you one more example where this binomial distribution formula makes sense. So what question is, what is the probability to win a lottery, okay, 1 out of 10 times? So probably I'm taking a lottery ticket, and what is the probability that I win the lottery at least once in 10 times? I buy the ticket 10 times, and I have to find the probability that I win at least once. Okay, and what is the probability of winning the lottery? That is 1/3. That 1 out of 3 times I'm going to win. Okay, let me write it down for you. So the question is, what is the probability of winning a lottery 1 out of 10 times, okay, given that, what is given? That probability of winning the lottery P is equal to 1 by 3. So if this is the question, so let's directly put into the formula. So we know that P of x equal to k is equal to, we'll write it like this, and choose k, p to the power k, 1 minus p, n minus k. So we need n, p, and k. So what is our n here? N is 10. Number of expected success, I want to win the lottery once out of 10, and the probability here is 1/3. Okay, let's put it in the formula. So what will be the probability of x is equal to 1? So this will be 10 choose 1 into 1 by 3 to the power 1, right? And then what will be the remaining probability? That will be 2 to the power 3. I just win 1 times, and then 9 times I don't win. So what will be the probability? 10 into 1 by 3 into 2 by 3 to the power 9. What will be 2 by 3 to the power 9? Let's do the calculation. So it will be like 2 by 3 cap 9. So this will be equal to 0.026. So I'll write it down. So this will be 10 into 1 by 3 is 0.333 into this is 0.026. Let me round it off. Yeah, 0.026. What will be this value? So let's do a quick calculation. So I'll just multiply into this only. Into 0.333 into 10. Sorry, into 10. So this comes out to be 0.0866. Okay, so this is our final answer. So this is the probability of winning the lottery at least 1 out of 10 times. Okay, in percentage terms it will be equal to 8.6%. I hope this makes binomial distribution clear.